Hey everybody, Rodman here. Thanks for tuning in to the Philosopher King, a RimWorld royalty series about being a benevolent ruler in a benevolent society. Here are the rules and goals of our society, and the projects that you have voted in weeks previous that I'm still working on. So, picking up where we left off, I just wanted to go over two tips that I received. One is from Lubomir or Hiroshi, mentioning just leave the flooring in place so we don't have to lay it down again. Now, not all the flooring will be used in the next monument, and I may need to move it around a little bit, but that's a pretty good little tip. And then the other one was about having easily accessible joy, like tea and beer, in and around the kill box, or the entryway I should call it, and probably other sort of far-flung areas, so that during a siege we have some mood stabilization at the ready. So I like both of those. For the second part, I am going to build, let's see, I'm going to build like this. Now, the rehabilitation area is going to be front and center right here, and I haven't yet laid that out, but I plan on it. Alright, so we'll get that set up. The God's Wood will have all of its shrines constructed pretty shortly here, and then we're going to have quite a border wall. Now, I did mention last episode that hopefully we'll make a lot more progress on our projects. And of course, still hoping that is the case. Bubbaloo, what are you praying to? You're facing the wrong way. Whatever. Now, the Antiquarian warheads explode about the same as an unstable power cell. I do have several stacks, which makes them a little bit more dangerous. So far, they haven't been the target of any mood swings, but if you do worry about that, it could be handy to make sure that they're walled in. I don't personally feel like that is necessary, but it might be for you. All right, so we're almost done with the boundary barricade, let's call it. And then what we'll start to do is roof trap up everything else. I'm sort of curious, this mountain here, how much of it is, if any of it is overhead mountain, we'll see, I suppose. Intalia, traveling through. No one to trade with, okay. That's fine. Giving Zero a little bit more work to do. She's okay with it. So Zero is working on more recon armor for Shay, Poppy, and Ervanath, and then of course we will get better helmets as well. The last of the nature shrines are getting constructed, and then, as you might imagine, I am going to be in desperate need of a lot more limestone, which is why I am indeed planning on mining up some local stuff. Now, there is plenty of chunks left to be hauled on the map, but some of the limestone that I am planning on mining is could potentially provide cover in an attack scenario. You don't want to provide cover to enemies, so. Alright, so the barricade walls are done. Now what I'm going to do is figure out how much roof I can get here. Because we want to be removing the possibility of trees offering cover to enemies. So we'll figure that out. These new shelves here, let's clear all storage. Some of these shelves are just going to be for uranium. So copy and paste. And paste, and then some additional for steel, for even more reloading. And this isn't the final wall either. I have yet to update that. The Godswood is almost done. I think what I'm going to do, because although walling in the Godswood would be great, the monument's going to take priority because it is a time-sensitive project. And then additionally, the darkness that this provides... oh, that's not good. The darkness that this provides will also allow us to... oh, an ambrosia sprout. Very nice. Oh, and some of it is on fertile soil. The darkness will slow down enemies. Darkness used to, and I get this as a comment every now and then, it used to affect aim, but it doesn't any longer. It doesn't make enemies less accurate or anything like that. That's old school myth. Okay, so we want to make sure that we are efficiently pillaring up. I'm going to wait till day, till there's some sunlight. So Talon and Chris got in a little bit of a fight. We're using expensive meds, but that's okay. It's benevolent for us to patch ourselves up quick, I suppose. It's towards the end of the winter, but we still have some winter yet. Another thing I might be able to do is let's go ahead and wall this in so it doesn't constantly become destroyed. Attempt not to queue up too many additional projects so that we can make progress on the new monument. Of course, the entryway is a rather large project, but that one needs to be done. Alright, so now that we have some light level here, as you can see, these pillars extend 6 out. So if we go another 6 for a total of 12, and then stick one pillar sort of in the middle, this will be sort of the ideal pillar coverage. And we'll get that made. Alright, there we go. It's pretty straightforward. Alright, so these two new ones, these are going to be uranium shelves. And that way we can reload slug turrets more quickly. The Godswood is totally done. I'm going to wait for the retaining wall. But obviously it's going to be... it's going to require some draining. Some swamp draining. Let's take a look at the... Yep. Alright, so that corner there will indeed need to be drained out. Perfect. Just outside the range. Alright, we'll get that going. The monument's starting to be broken down. Oh, we got a ship chunk. Almost landed on that, that Megatherium, the Megasloth there. Alright, let's check the hauler zones. Okay, the haulers are allowed to deliver here. Good. Now this here, manufactured drugs, beer, and manufactured drugs, tea. Some beer and tea here, beer and tea near the entryway, so that we can fix moods quickly. in combat situations. And I'm removing it from animal hauling so that the animals can't then consume it. Another thing I'll add is some survival meals as well, but we're not quite there yet. I think I'm not even going to pillar up the middle. Just leave little patches of sun. That's fine. It's not going to affect it too negatively. All right, so we're getting that cable running out for the swamp. We've got one more recon armor to make. Aranath is not allowed to wear it because she is a pacifist and won't come under combat. She also has a shield belt, so she should be fine wearing what she has on. All right, so the other thing here is the wood tile traps. Looks like the game's telling me I need some additional wood. That's fine. And we run the clips. Additionally, let's get the incendiaries. And then I also want to make it so that my pets cannot get near the pillars at all. I'll allow them to get close for other reasons. But no standing on the pillar and no standing on the trap. My own colonists know better, but my pets maybe not. Alright. Little eclipse. The cables are about 85% of the way there. And then it's going to be these tiles here. So what I think I need to do is are. So those are the ones that need to get bridged. Let's go ahead and chop some wood down in the Godswood. Because we are running low on supply anyway. Animals. Yeah, you are all set to haul. Good. Yorkies join? Oh boy. I'll find an ally who would enjoy some Yorkies. Not planning on butchering any Yorkies, but we'll gift. One of the reasons not to keep the Yorkies, if not already obvious, is they don't haul. Alright, so Intalia needs a little love, so let's send this to Intalia. Done. Making sure that my allies stay allied. It's pretty important. Alright, so we've got the cables, well, except for this corner, but we've got pretty much all the cables. Next up will be installing the moisture pumps. The eclipse is over. This will allow us to work outside a little faster. And instead of installing a ton of moisture pumps, what I'm going to do is just have them... This will take a few weeks, the way I'm going to install it, but that's okay. Some of the wood that we're harvesting is going straight into chem fuel. That's why I'm really rocking a deficit. Okay, still no monument progress. Now, the Anima tree itself is not being negatively affected by any of the construction out here. So, it's only affecting this nature shrine from being less efficient, and that's really not that much of a problem. So we've got our recon armor. The next thing I'm going to do is cataphract helmets, but I'm going to wait for Zero to help out with construction first. I'd prefer getting all of my little construction projects sorted. Yeah, and we just have tiny little diamond, no roof in the middle, which is not much of an issue. Not going to make or break the traps. There. Okay, perfect. Anima link. No, we don't need anima tree linking yet. Set auto rearm up on all these incendiary traps, and Zero's probably working to make them. Looking at my steel amount, I'd say Zero, you are due for some mining. Alright, so enough of the entryway is now roofed off. There is a possibility, of course, of trees cropping up here. Now, there's no chance of trees cropping up here, but I will, just for the pattern's sake, I will tile it up anyway. Oh, this isn't exactly the steel mining I had in mind, but oh well. Still needs to be done, so we'll just mine that out. Okay, so now no trees can grow except for right here, and let's build a roof here. Any roof that we're not able to build, we could just steel tile up. All right. Checking my stockpiles. We've got a lot of plain leather. Look at all these limestone blocks. Okay, so what I'm going to do is allow these limestone blocks to be put here because we're not really breaking this down significantly. So let's go ahead and start moving the limestone blocks to this stockpile down here, letting us vacate this area. Oh, this ambrosia is dead. Animal hauling now can get fixed up. And in fact, let's put wood here instead. And that way the animal hauling zone doesn't have to path on this tile. Quest available, Dweeb in the encampment. Okay, well, hi, Dweeb. 13 enemies, but they want me to harm others. I don't know. We'll think about it, but probably not gonna do it. Okay, so now we're back to mining up steel. We are in a mighty deficit, so that's good. This will allow us to get our pumps going. Maybe I'm gonna think about there. That'll be a little bit faster. All right, so yeah, we've got full roof coverage. All the grass and plants should die off, except for here, and that's fine. So now the blocks are being delivered. I am going to clear this stockpile and start to deconstruct. And I suspect that my constructors will prioritize that. I'm going to let Zero mine up a little bit more steel than I currently have, and then have Zero join them as well. Because, yeah, I have 0 steel right now, because everything's going into moisture pumps. So we ought to start seeing some honest-to-goodness progress. I won't even queue those up. On the new monument, which... Uh-oh. Got some mad boom rats. Alright, let's go to wildlife. Tag all the mad ones for hunting. It is currently nighttime and most of everyone is currently sleeping. Except for Talon, who is going to kiosk skip himself away from the boom rats. Now, this boom rat died far enough away from the anima grass that there shouldn't be flammability issues. Oh, you little bugger. Well, guess what? You get to be stuck inside the walls. Or maybe not. Did I? Nope. Yep, you're stuck inside the walls. Enjoy that. So one died, the other got set on fire. Genius and brilliant. Little nip. Little bite. So I have my turrets on right now, but I don't even see that these boom rats are pathing to me. And he already healed up. No problem at all. And this one fell asleep. Wildlife. Only this boom rat is still hostile. And Mathis is hunting it. There it goes. Okay, so obviously we have a bit of a problem with our cables being flammable right where the boom rat died. So I fixed it. And let's expand the home zone to make sure that my pillars and my traps are within them so they get repaired. War merchant coming in. Cool. Didn't even ask for them. Okay, so now we're starting to drain this swamp here. We have to wait for it to expand for probably about 2 weeks. And given that all my other construction projects are done, it is now monument time, which is great. I've been waiting on that. Alright, Bubbaloo. Whatever you're working on next, let's go trade. Little worried about this fire getting close to my pumps, but I'm not going to sweat it just yet. Alright, so what do you guys got? You guys have some herbal meds that I could buy. I could sell you some clothing. Anything that's less than excellent quality or damaged, I'll sell. Which is a significant amount. Now, I don't know... Nah, they don't really have anything worth buying, I don't think. Let's see. Great bows. Unless I wanted a bunch of panthers, but again, I'm not much of a rancher. I don't want to make that my primary income or anything like that, so... No. Okay. Done. My relationship with them is relatively low, so I'm gonna actually gift some stuff. Alright, let's gift out the clothing that I wasn't going to sell them because they couldn't afford it. Seems to be good gifts. 19. The more rep we can have, the better. And of course, we're supposed to be benevolent, so gifts make sense. Here we go. Up to 50. Not quite an ally, but closing in. Just want to stop this forest fire before it becomes a problem. And we've got a mad hare. And this poor boom rat that can't go anywhere. Oh, come on now. Not only did the Mad Hare manage to trigger 2 traps, it looks like. Oof. That is decently annoying. Alright, the tree is ready to link with Talon. Your needs are relatively met, so I'm going to begin the linking process. This brings you up to, I believe, 5, which is pretty good. A lot easier than the royal rank, that's for sure. Doesn't give you access to a ton of psycasts, because, of course, buying psycasts from royals is probably the easiest way to acquire them, but, you know, whatever. Alright, Zero, I do think you have a lot of tailoring to do. This monument's about a third dismantled, and we'll continue the dismantling process. I'm not going to give my guys any tasks. Boom. You learned invisibility. Oh, that will probably be useful. Alright, the red vipers are leaving. I hate how they go through my base. As you can see, they generate considerable filth while doing it, but, you know, they're gone. So we're almost ready to place this monument. As you can see, it's not a perfect fit. But I'll have to be close enough. We'll just wait for the remainder of the walls to break down. Zero's almost done mining out the last of the portions. Our steel has gone back up. Detected wealth, yeah, we let that lapse on purpose. Okay, getting pretty close. Now I'm gonna have Zero join them for construction. Faustupia, I'm going to have you construct over Hall. Zero as well. Actually, Zero, you're probably tailoring. Yeah, you're making shells. When you make incendiary shells, take them to crafting. Good. A little faster. Alright, it is the 1st of spring, which means Yanshui is sowing up our crops. I guess we had Double Strand survive the winter. I didn't expect it to, so I stopped the sowing process and all that, and harvested it early. But there was no way to know for certain that that was going to happen. Let's see, animal hauling looks right. Let's auto rearm all. Good. Alright, so our welcome way has a bunch of drop traps and the like. This looks almost fully broken down so that we can utilize it. I have seen that power has been a dwindling issue, and we've got 2 steam geysers that are pretty easily obtainable. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, but that's probably a next move. Who is tattered apparel? Mathis? What gear is forced? Oh, right, you were on deployment in your hyperweave pants. Right. Okay, we'll fix that. 0 is making sure that we have plenty of pants. Alright, so the monument is just about ready to be placed. I'll place it here. Alright. Selecting the monument, we are going to say everything out of limestone. Alright, and then the floors that don't make sense, I'll queue to strip up for extra resources. I don't think we're gonna run out of limestone in this one. Just because we had cut a ton of it in preparation. But this is a limited time thing here, so it's going to be important to throw this together quick. It looks like all my constructors agree. All right, let me forbid this wall so that we don't wall ourselves from access. Ooh, double strand duster, masterwork. And as you can see, yeah, leaving the blocks in place allows us to throw it together even more quickly because, yeah, it's nearby. Ooh, psychic drone male, hi. This is really gonna bug Bubbaloo, so what I'm gonna do is, triggering the speech won't even start. I was gonna have him trigger the speech. Don't I have a foil hat? I thought I did, but maybe I don't. And if I recall correctly, we have a remove zoof. Yeah, there's a remove roof zone over all of it, preventing, you know, the removal of the roof so that we have no darkness. Now, of course, it's nighttime and we are in darkness. So it actually looks like the plans mostly called for flagstone, so the leaving the tiles in place didn't help at all. So once we're done with this monument, the next plan is to add some real heavy hitting, heavy punching defenses. Ooh, Bubbaloo is catatonic. That's a pretty bad mental break right there. But it happens. What can I say? So right here, we are going to build a prison or a prison hospital, I guess. Probably the best way to call it. Where did that L-Tech staff go? Just need to make sure it's not getting smelted or whatever. Jeez, guys, I don't even... Ah, here it is. Good. And then Talon's going to be super in the dumps as well. But he's a teetotaler, so it's not like I can have him, you know. There's not much to do here. But hope that he doesn't have a mental break that targets antimatter warheads. And then Mathis is a little in the dumps as well. Wait, missing blueprints? I don't... What? It's saying I want a table that also is inside a wall. Yeah, I don't think... Okay, let's try to remove the wall then. I don't know. Might be a bug. I'm totally just not sure about that. Okay, so the new little prison thing got constructed. I probably have... Yeah, I do have a standing lamp. Just ready. And this is just for when we've got downed enemies that need a little bit of care. Looks like the Storyteller took a little mercy on us and hasn't thrown us too many curveballs this episode, allowing us to make a good bit of progress. Alright, Yanshui, I'm going to have you cut some trees in the area. Oh, where are you going? You're probably relaxing, okay. Just getting these trees cut ahead of time is going to speed us up even more. Okay, we have 1,300 blocks left. I think that should be enough. It's unfortunate about the catatonic leader not being able to appreciate the completion of this monument. It looks pretty good. It's really coming together pretty quick due to the resource availabilities. Let's go ahead and keep chopping up limestone and then allowing this to be the limestone blocks now that all the limestone that was in place has been used. Now, I'm not sure about these table wall things. I'm a little worried that it's some sort of bugged out monument generation. And I might need to use dev mode to fix it. We'll see. Dweeb encampment expires. Yeah, I don't. None of these are good enough rewards. Oh, looks fine. Look at those tables constructed right away. No, it's... Yeah, okay. It's complaining. It wants a table and a wall. Well, I'll have to report that as a bug. And dev mode completed or something. I'll build the rest of it. And then dev mode complete once we're stumped. Alright, before I make the prison hospital, I want to add some additional beds into our own. And I'll have 0 finish off the construction so that it's the best it can be. Aramath is back to stone cutting. Gonna make her cook first. Actually, no, Shay's cooking. Aramath, you just keep stone cutting. Man, these steles are a lot of work. I wanted 0 to finish it, but it's excellent quality, so there you go. If we could get a masterwork, that would be most ideal. Come on. Playing poker by yourself, just finish up. Oh, it's only good quality. Well, bummer. Alright, next thing is to have the prison hospital thing. What would be the most efficient use of space? And this could also double as a barracks if we have visiting guests that need hosting or whatever. It'll be a little cramped, but he'll be fine. They'll survive. Okay, so the monument's almost done. Now the quality of these beds and the like aren't super important. And let's go ahead and move the drill. Come on, Bubbaloo. An adorable red fox. Wants to take care of a pet. Has blood rot. And a ton of tribals will attack me. But I will also get 9 guards. What's the duration? 22 days? Ooh, a psychic emanator would be really nice. And the architect leg would be very nice as well, on the plasteel and the glowworm medicine. Yeah, this is a very, very good reward. Well, I have 4 days to think about it. Probably I'll accept it, but 22 days with 9 guests is kind of gross. We do have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 extra beds. Or 8 extra beds plus, an empty bedroom over there. So yeah, we have the capacity. But Bubbaloo's also unconscious right now. So therein lies a problem. I'll probably, yeah, like I said, I'll probably accept it. We'll have to see. Alright, so the animal hauling should no longer be allowed to go inside that building. Animal hauling will be allowed here. Grazing is already properly assigned, and then home zones are fine as well. Good. Okay, we just need the remainder of this construction project done. And then I'll probably have to dev complete it because it's literally an impossible construction project. Curious how that ever became a thing, but, you know. It's a relatively new part of the game, building monuments, and mistakes can be made. I'm just about out of time, but I did want to finish this all up before I ended the episode, but it doesn't seem to be likely. So guys, that's all I have for this episode. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you think I should accept that quest for the Emanator and the Architect Leg and all the plasteel. Additionally, I was curious if you've ever seen impossible to build monuments like I currently have. If you have, well, I'm curious what you did about it. If you dev finished or not. If you have any other tips, tricks, feedback for me, do drop me a line in the comments below. I really always look forward to reading them, and I appreciate them. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you all next episode, friends. Adios.